Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the morning session, day 9, 28 days to a new consciousness. Hosted here live on the Awaken the World page. And of course, I am Garen, and I am sort of awake.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the
Sorry
morning.
about that. Kelly's still trying to wake up this morning. It's been a tough go for her this morning. She woke up this morning and said she was slow than usual. Oh well, it's Saturday morning. So, and Saturday mornings are a good thing to talk about things that are impermanent, like the weekend. We live in a world where, uh, we really need to learn to separate what is permanent, and there's very little, and what is impermanent. And there's a reason why we need to do this, okay? When it comes to our minds, we get constantly caught up in the idea that whatever's going on is always going to be. And that becomes a mindset. Now, what happens with this mindset, because we're too caught up in the rising and falling forms, or the appearance and disappearance of form, that we get caught up in a thinking cycle, okay, a cycle produced by our egoic sense of self, that voice in your head, that is always focusing on the things that it feels it's trying to hold on to that never seem to come or never seem to stay. And this is the reason why we have to look a little more deeply at impermanence. And one of the first things that we really need to take a look at is the way we feel. And this is a tough one. Oh, I see Veronica. Good morning, Veronica. Yes, afternoon where you are. That's right. I don't know. We kind of wish we were over there. The weather here isn't so pleasant. I don't know what it is, about minus 15 centigrade this morning. There's about a 15-kilometer blowing wind out there from the north, and it is frigid. It's just not a day you'd want to be out there, really. So let's look at our feelings first, okay? And I'm always drawn back to the lyrics from Enigma. And Enigma was one of those groups that when you look at their lyrics, those guys were totally awake. Really, you can it's in the lyrics. It's all there. It really is. As a matter of fact, most of the listening I do to music is to Enigma, and it has been for the last 25 years, really. So, here's the deal with feelings. Don't pay too much attention to what you feel. It's just the question of the day. That's how the lyrics go in The Gravity of Love. Now, we can look at that and say, well, okay, how dare anybody say that whatever I'm feeling I shouldn't pay too much attention to? But that's absolutely correct. If you have paid any attention at all, you will notice that throughout your life, your feelings change from moment to moment, day to day. Sometimes you wake up and you're not even sure why you feel the way you feel when you wake up. It is all a product of what's going on within the mind, at the conscious level and at the subconscious level. And since the mind isn't really yours and you have very little control over the thoughts that tend to stream through it, don't give them too much credit. They are not permanent. Like all things here in the relative world, it is doomed to fade away. Now, we tend to fight up against impermanence. We want everything to be permanent. And we fight up against this in many ways. And one of the biggest ways we fight up against it is we finally feel that we've gotten things just the way we like it, and we're settling down into a comfortable space, and bam, something changes. What would life be without that change? Where would the growth and evolution be if everything here was permanent? We are not permanent. The way we feel, which is a product of our thinking, is not permanent. Now, we can think it feels permanent because we may spend a decade feeling miserable about ourselves. Compared to the eternity that you've been here, it's still not permanent. One of the biggest things you can carry with you every day is the idea that no matter what, it's going to change. Now, as I said, at first we fight up against this tendency because when things are going the way we wish them to go, from that egoic point of view, we want change to stop. But when things are not going the way we want, we definitely want change. The beauty about life is life is change. Life is evolution. Life is not about sameness. When we carry this around with us, that this too shall pass, that allows us to create a separation. And that separation is not to be thought of in terms of separating one person from another, okay? It is a space we create between ourselves and what is occurring right now, where we realize that what is occurring right now is simply there to show us something, to remind us of an aspect of our being, and stay rooted and grounded in the knowledge that this too shall pass. This gives us the ability, as I said, to take that step back, to create that little bit of space and not allow the hooks of whatever's going on in our existence to lock into us to the point where we don't want change anymore because it's inevitable. Our egoic sense of selves, our egoic identities, Garen, and this energetic field that is manifesting as the body that I would call belongs to Garen, is not permanent. It's a limited showing. Like a premiere that lasts only for a few weeks. And cosmically, it's not even a one night. It's more like an early afternoon matinee. And then we return here in new form, in new evolution, in new growth. So for today and every day, in everything you do, allow yourself to remember that nothing here is permanent and that everything will change. And that change is necessary for life itself, for growth and for evolution. And when you are willing to accept that mindset within yourself and accept that everything does change, you can allow yourself to step back and enjoy the flow of life. Enjoy the constantly changing picture that life is bringing to you. Much love to you this morning. I hope you have a beautiful Saturday morning. We have great meditation coming up tomorrow morning on the Help Awaken YouTube channel. And then a discussion for the Awaken Sunday live Q&A at 1 p.m. on the Awaken the World YouTube channel. And of course, we will see you back here this evening, Saturday evening, for the evening session of day 9. A little more on impermanence. Again, have a wonderful Saturday. Much love to you, and namaste. Stay warm no matter where you are.